Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Investing in Germany. Today it is going to be a continuation to the last video where we discussed about the artificial intelligence space and investing in it and the risk and reward. In the last video, we covered why and how the investing in the artificial intelligence space is a bit more risky at the moment due to the peak valuation and a lot of optimism in the market. Nevertheless, also the liquidity in the market. If you have not watched the other video, I do recommend you to go ahead and watch the other video. I will add the link to the description here to the video. If you are really looking to invest in the space of the artificial intelligence and do not care about the market conditions and the valuations and so on, then I would say from my point of view, investing through diversification is the right way to go ahead for the artificial intelligence space, because there are a lot of players investing or working in the space and we don't know who is going to be the right winner here. And therefore, it is really better to go ahead and diversify our investment in the artificial intelligence space. If you want to go for diversification, then what is better than the ETF? And therefore, today's video is going to cover how we can find an ETF that we can invest in the artificial intelligence space in Germany, because not all the ETFs that is available for us to invest in is available for us to invest in Germany with those, let's say the insurance and so on. And therefore, today, let's have a quick look on what is available for us to invest here in Germany. And for this, I'm using the Finance Plus ETF search engine, which is really refreshing and really new UI compared to the just ETF for the extra ETF. And therefore, let's use this and quickly go into the available options for us. So you are here at finanzfluss.de, where you can go for ETF Suche or ETF searching, and then you can go for artificial and then just click the enter, and then you are greeted with 6 different ETFs that is available for us to invest in Germany. And here, as you know, I always go for some filtering where I would like to go for a fund volume which is more than 500 million. And Ausschüttung, I also like to have my dividends being reinvested directly without coming to me. And with this very couple of, let's say just with a couple of filtering, I'm ended with only one option at the moment. Which is also physical replication, which is what I like. I don't like the synthetic or the swap replication. And I think this is okay. And it was also created in 2019, just before the corona pandemic period. So that is quite a rough time they had, I would say. So let's quickly go into the options that we have. Before going to that, you can see that the total expense ratio is 0.35%. It is a bit on an expensive side, but then it's very, very cheap compared to the mutual funds, which are offering 1.5, 1.15% or something in this range. So therefore, 0.35 is comparatively cheaper if you're just using the reference as the mutual fund. But then if you're looking at the reference as MSCI World or S&P 500, I think it's a bit in a expensive side. So let's quickly go into here. So Xtrackers is nothing but arm of the Deutsche Bank. So this is something a German provider of the ETF. And they are investing in artificial intelligence and big data. What is really interesting for us to see here is that on what index they are covering. So they are covering through the NASDAQ YENVO Global Artificial Intelligence and Big Data Index. So if you click into that, you can see that it's only one ETF that is available in Germany, which is tracking this index. So that's quite interesting. And everything else is almost the same, and it is registered in the Ireland. As you know, Ireland has some sort of tax advantage when investing in US. So therefore, it's okay, I would say. And from the investing point of view, you can see that most of 88.91% is invested in the America. Is more or less investing like an S&P 500, and then they have South Korea, Germany. That's quite interesting. Quite interesting one, because we have also Germany. I never thought Germany is into the artificial intelligence space much heavily compared to the other countries like Israel and so on. I don't see any Israel here. That's quite disappointing for me. And let's quickly go into the fact sheet. As you know, fact sheet is the only one document which provides you the best data that is available in the internet, or I would say the right data that is available in the internet. So you can see 0.35 accumulation and close to 1 billion. I would say it's okay. What's really interesting for you guys to see here is also the top 10 investing stocks. So you can see the 8 media, which has a PE of 200, and then we have Meta Platform, Amazon. It's mostly US companies. You can say it starts with US, And then we have one Korean company, which is Samsung Electronics, which also develops a lot of electronics hardware for memory chips and so on. So probably there it is coming in. So PE, power forward ratio, it's quite an expensive side. So 22.04, it's really, really expensive. But then if you can argue that this is a highly developing, or let's say high growth potential market, and therefore providing a better high valuation is okay. Even so, I would say 20 is okay, but here 22.04, it's an expensive side. If you look at the Nvidia, which has a PE of 200 or more than 200, yeah, I'm not really surprised here. So as you can see here, it is done 84.84 to USA, South Korea, Deutschland. So I think this could be mostly SAP, because I think SAP could be an interesting bet here at the artificial intelligence space, because they are quite doing a lot now with the ERP systems and so on. So the index name that they are working on with the NASDAQ is the same here. So we need to find what they are really investing in, right? So what you can see here is that they are investing currently at 81 different companies, and the index says only 80. It could be most likely because of the Class A, Class B shares that we already spoke some time back in a different video. So which means that Alphabet, even though they are investing only in one Alphabet, you can see this is a Class A Alphabet. Probably they might also invest in Class B of the Alphabet. Then it comes as a individual company, individual row, and therefore could be so. But then I think it's more or less okay. They're closely replicating the index with the number of the index. So 80 stocks, it's really easy to maintain and manage. And for that, they're asking 0.35%. That's quite a bit crazy, I would say. This should be fairly easy and fairly less expensive to manage such an ETF at the moment, which has a close to 1 billion volume here. So if you look at the index, so what is really important for us to also see is that how good they are tracking the index. So for that, I have already opened the NASDAQ, Envo Global AI and Big Data Index. You can see that the index is having 80. What is really interesting for us to see here, so you can see that Nvidia, Meta, Amazon, Apple, so they are more or less closely following what the index is providing them. And I think this is a really good sign and really good work done by these players. But then if you look here, the weightage is a bit deviating, but then it's really impossible to manage the weight, the theoretical weight, what the index provides, and the practical weight, what the ETF is providing you, right? So from this point of view, I would say is more or less okay and closely tracking the index. Of course, the Apple is not really done well here, because Apple is about, I would say, 7th position, but then here it's a bit up. Yeah, but I think more or less the top 10 is the same what we can see here, and therefore I'm not really that much of concern here, because this itself is a really strange investment options available for us to invest in ETF. And this looks okay if you're really investing in the artificial intelligence space, or really motivated to invest in the artificial intelligence space. Then I would say this could be one of the better options for you to invest in, because of the amount of fund volume you have, 0.35%, and they are more or less closely matching the index, but they're not really matching 100%, but then it's fine. I would say 80 stocks, it's not a really crazy diversification overloaded. So therefore, I think it's a really good investment options if you are looking for an artificial intelligence space. From my point of view, in my portfolio, I will not going to be adding this stock into my portfolio, because there are several other options that are available for us to invest in the artificial intelligence space, which is relatively cheaper, I would say. One such company is a process, which I will be covering in the next video. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.